Pooja, tell me what it was like when you went out there. You're someone who's from Delhi. So maybe, you knew how to handle this kind of situation. Yes. You know what's right, what's wrong as far as Delhi streets are concerned. When you were out there, what was your experience like?
So I've always lived in Delhi, and I have driven at 1, 2, 3 a.m. But I've also always had an alarm up. So I know in case something untoward has happened, what will I do right away? But I've never stood at 2 a.m. on a Delhi street to see reactions. And what pained me, because I'm a Delhi resident, is the manner in which the drivers slow down. And they look at you and they analyze. And then a bike, as we'll see in our report as well, what happens. And that is what was shocking. I think the security has become better in the past 10 days. I do think there's more bandobast. It's not enough. I would have liked to see more PCRs. But it was more than that. What I noticed was the audacity of some men who think they can slow down to a young woman and ask her where does she want to be dropped, and she tell you she doesn't want to be dropped, but they'll insist, and that's what was shocking.
No, but the problem is also, you don't know if they are stopping out of curiosity to kind of find out, are you okay? And the problem for all of us, I think, as women, that we can all agree on, is that you don't know what their intention is, which is why you tend to kind of hesitate when someone even reaches out for help. Was that the case for you also, Aishwarya?
It was. In fact, I'll tell you what was more shocking was the fact that my car was standing barely 60 meters away from a PCR van and a police booth, and I could see police personnel sitting inside the PCR van, also inside the police booth. They did not bother to step out to check what was happening in my vehicle. And we were there for good 45 minutes. 45 minutes is a long time for anything.
And bang opposite the PCR.
And bang opposite. And the reason why I chose the spot was to just figure out whether policemen actually step out or not. They did not step out. When I confronted them, they said, no, if there would have been an accident, we would have obviously come. Now, I don't understand what they mean by an accident. 45 minutes, Akshita, is a very, very long time for anything to happen. It's just it's a matter of minutes when things happen. Police personnel not stepping out, not understanding something wrong could be going on in a car near Dhaula Kuan is scary.
The defense is ridiculous to say that, we're not going to see what's happening inside the vehicle. Yes, Anisha.
Well, 10 years ago, in January 2013, those of us who've been reporting on Delhi, we were all, again, out on the roads, looking at what's going on. Right after Nirbhaya, we were covering the protests, we were covering all the promises that were made. Now, all of us have experienced this. CCTV cameras have been put in, sure. PCR vans on paper, we've got more than 800 PCR vans according to the police on paper. But last night when we are out on the roads, what we are seeing is that a lot of the promises that have been made over the last 10 years, and I'm saying this with all authority as somebody who's been reporting on this every year in December, we do sort of a retrospective, what after Nirbhaya.
Very true.
How exactly have things changed? Sure, there may be CCTVs, more CCTVs in the city, but the actual patrolling, the actual keeping an eye on what is happening on the streets, that does not seem to have changed very much.
I'll be honest.
And that's the scary part.
I'll be honest. When I was first told that, we have to go on this kind of a shoot, considering what's happened just, on New Year, I thought that across Delhi there'd be crazy security, that there'd be increased security on the ground. That really wasn't the case. I think what you see earlier is what it is now. Even short-term action hasn't happened, Abhila.
And what I'm appalled, Akshita, here is that we're talking about the 31st night when this horrific road incident happened. And more importantly, we're talking of a national capital. We know that people from all different parts of the world are settled in Delhi. Many of them are here in a rat race trying to earn some money. And so crime is so common here. Despite knowing that, despite accidents or incidents like the Nirbhaya that's happened, you don't see adequate police deployment, and that's what's really worrying, that the police have failed with every promise that they made to ensure security for women, because men are all right, women can't step out in Delhi.